My name is Dean Stockman. The purpose of my speech today is to inform the audience about my roundabout journey and how I became a security manager. I started as a 17-year-old who had a dream of being a photographer for Time magazine. I joined the Air Force and eventually ended up as a security manager. Remember back to when you were 17 years old and what you thought you wanted to be when you grew up? Now, flash forward to where you are now. Did you end up where you thought you'd be? Probably not. How did you choose your career? Did you even choose your career? Personally, I think mine chose me. After 23 years in the Air Force, I found myself at 50 years old needing to find a new career. I was very lucky along the way and got some key advice and met the right people at the right time that were instrumental in me getting to where I am today in security management. I'm from a small town in northern Ohio, and in the 80s there weren't a whole lot of jobs. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. Luckily, in the 9th grade, I took a one-semester course in photography. From that moment, I was hooked. Luckily, my homeroom teacher, seeing my passion, guided me in the right direction. He prompted and mentored me into making sure I took the right classes and kept my grades up so I could take the year-long classes that started in the 10th grade. Once I took my first full-time course in the 10th grade, I never looked back. I took my camera everywhere I went, and I spent more time in the darkroom than out. I started planning my future. I actually had a dream and a goal and thought I might be able to become a photographer and go to college. That all changed a few weeks into my junior year in high school. My family dropped a bombshell on me that they wouldn't be able to help me in college like we planned. I had no idea what to do from then on. I started looking at other options. I could get jobs and just delay my time going to college. I was a good student, but not a great student. I was a good athlete, but not a scholarship athlete. Student loans back in those days weren't as easy to get as they are today. I had no idea what to do. I started to drift, lose focus, not go to class, skip in class. Luckily, my friend Mike joined the Navy, so that got me thinking, maybe I could do that too. I started talking to recruiters, and in November of my junior year in high school, I joined the Air Force. My plan was still on track. I joined the Air Force, learn all I could, save up some money, use the GI Bill, become a photographer. 7 days after I graduated high school, I left for basic training. But things didn't work out the way I planned. Instead of getting my dream job in photography, I was selected for security police. Back then it was guarding planes, bombs, and missiles. I was very disgruntled and disillusioned. I didn't really want to do it anymore, and I was hoping they would kick me out. I called home, talked to my parents, and my stepdad, luckily, talked to me on the phone, and he gave me some advice. He told me to suck it up. That's how life is. Things happen for a reason. I know you didn't want to be a security policeman, but just be the best security policeman you can be until the opportunity presents itself to do something else. That was just what I needed at that time. It lit a fire. Things progressed. I go to my first base and I run into my first supervisor, Lance Harvey, who gave me the second piece of advice that carried me all the way through my Air Force career. Never turn down any training that the Air Force is willing to send you to. Shortly thereafter, I met my wife. We had a couple of kids. I stayed in the Air Force, and my photography dream seemed to fade. After 14 years and 8 moves, I ended up at Offutt Air Force Base. Things started coming together. Since I listened to Wesley and Lance, I excelled at my job, and I attended a lot of classes. Through the years, most of the classes led from one to the other, and when I got to Offutt, everything came together. I was meeting and running into people that I knew years before in training classes, and they seemed to help me get into other jobs and other classes. Then a major milestone happened. I ran into a friend of mine who was in one of my classes who helped me get transferred to Stratcom, where I started working in security management. A few years after that, I ran into another person from one of my training classes who was a defense contractor who said that he'd heard I was getting ready to retire, and that they were looking for a security manager, and I would be a good fit for their company. So after 23 years, I finally retired and took the job that I have now. It's been 10 years, and I'm still at the same company, have the same job, and it's turned out to be a very good career with lots of money, lots of potential, and great pay. Way back when I started down this path, I didn't even realize where it would take me. I had no idea what a security manager was and what they did. And I didn't even realize how good it's been to me and my family until just very recently. My daughter Jessica was helping me film my speech for my speech class. And afterwards, she comes up and she high-fives me and tells me that I'm a rock star and starts putting my speech out on all her social media platform and talking me up. So I asked her, why did she do that? And she said, I didn't really know what you did in the Air Force other than Dad was a cop. And I had no idea what you did in security management until now. And all I can say is, wow, Dad, just wow. So that made me think, what if? What if I would have went to college, studied photography? Would I be where I am today? Is this the job or career I expected to have? No, not even close. But looking back, I think the 17-year-old me would be happy with the path we chose. Thank you.